Yo, welcome to this video. So let me show you around the base to make sure you want to build it, and then afterwards I'll go through exactly how to build it. So this is a all-in-one base where I've just maximized like the efficiency of it. So pretty much throughout the whole base you get comfort level 16, which was sort of my whole goal, whilst including everything you need for like early game up to late game. There are a couple spots where if you try hard enough you will get below 16, but like it is really just in the corners of the base. Like in the doorway it drops a bit, and then like yeah, in this corner it drops, but other than that it is 16 throughout the rest of the base. So in the base you have a total of 4 portals, although if you want to get rid of this little fridge looking thing you could probably fit another one in there, or another one here if you want, but it might be a bit cramped. Plenty of chest room if you want to drop the windows and then just build this up higher and higher. Same on the other side, there's plenty of room for storage. Down here we have both forges. We have chests for just, you know, ease of access down here. A lot of the stuff like this bed for example is just to maximize your comfort. Fully upgraded forge, spinning wheel, artisan table, stone cutter, fully upgraded workbench, 2 fermenters. You got the hearth in the middle with 4 cooking stations and the cooking pot. Yeah, so it's pretty efficient. The only downside to it, which I will say, is the walls are made out of core wood, so it gets pretty expensive pretty quick in terms of core wood. That's pretty much it in terms of expenses to build it. You can skimp on a lot of the like comfort stuff. For example, I've got 4 thrones up here. You don't really need all 4, but it's just to maximize the comfort, so you can drop stuff like that throughout the house. But yeah, the only thing that you need a lot of to build this is core wood. Okay, so let's start by building the foundations out. So you want to build these log beams first. So it's 4 towards the back and then 5 across and then 4 forward and then this little zigzag pattern, and then just leave the log beam out of this center bit for where the door goes. Okay, and then once you've filled it in with the stone floors, you want to just build up the log beams by 2 all the way around. And then once you've done that, just throw in your stone stairs like so, and then the double doors go in here. Okay, and now just build all your walls up to this height. However, first we need to show you where the windows go. So just do like this and leave these gaps, and then if you want it exactly the same, I'll show you the back now. I have it like this and the stairs go across. If you just want to fill this in, just ignore this part. But if you want to keep the window, do the shorter log beam into the middle, and then yeah, just build all of this up to this height here. And then once you've done that, you should end up with something that looks like this. So just throw your wooden beams across the top like so. So just do this all the way around, going 2 down. And then in the windows, I threw in the normal wood beams like so. And I'll show you the full process for one, and then obviously it's just mirrored for the others. And then with this bit, you just throw it in like that. Okay, next you want to line up your hearth and these pillars. So you just line up the hearth using like the windows and the door to get it centered. And then these pillars are unfortunately freehand because they don't snap into the middle properly. So you just hold shift and just try and get it as centered as you can, and have that side of it pushing up against the hearth. And you can just break it and redo it as many times as you want until you're happy with it. Although it doesn't need to be extremely accurate, it's more just for symmetry and that. Okay, and then after you finish these pillars, you want to build our second floor. So just go around filling it in, and then you should end up with this. So you want to leave a 2x2 gap in the middle for the fire, a 2x2 gap in both of the back corners for where the forges will go, and then 3 here, which is off center, for the stairs. Speaking of the stairs, that's what we'll do next. So just throw them up like so. You're best off snapping them off each other. And then if you want to copy this back bit the exact same as me, grab a diagonal beam like so, and then rotate it and put it in like that. Okay, now we're going to do the entrance roof. This bit's a bit complicated. Well, the windows are, but we will get to them in a second. But first you want to just grab the steeper corners and the steeper slope and fill that in, and then grab the less steep corner and throw that in. And you should end up with something that looks like this. Okay, and then we want to build up the wall and the window. So I'll show you how to do that on this side. So we grab full beam there, a small one there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 of the long ones across the top, and then we'll just connect that. And then if you grab the small one again, 1, 2, 3, the long one, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. And then just grab the wooden beam across the bottom and across the top, and then grab this like so, and then the 1 meter beam like that, and then you have your window. And then you should end up with something that looks like this. So for the rest of the walls, if you want to start by just going around with a beam all the way around, and then over these bits as well. And if you want to just do that too high. Okay, so for the windows, I did a small beam here, and then at the back, just like a 1 gap in the middle, and then same over this side. So with these, you want to go all the way up, and then 2 from the top, bring out the full 4 meter beam, if it will snap. There we go. And you should end up with something that looks like this. I will just say, this is where the chests go, as you can see. So if you want to build like the chests up a lot higher for more storage, you might want to think about not having the windows here, because you won't really be able to see out of them, but I'll leave that up to you. And then for the window sills, if you like, just go around with the wooden beams, and then with these ones, unfortunately, it doesn't work out quite as well, so you do have them clipping into each other, although it doesn't look that bad in my opinion. And then same thing on this back one. And then to put the roof on these corners, you just want to put the steeper corner bit, the steep slopes, and then another steep corner, although this for some reason never wants to snap. So it should end up like that. Okay, now before we do the roof, we have to sort these pillars out, because if you just build them like 3 high like this, they will stick out of the roof a little bit. So we have to like make them go half into each other. And the best way I have found to do that is to grab the 1 stone block, put a pillar on top of it, get rid of them, and then place the pillar off the side of it, and it will half clip in. And you just want to do that on both sides. And then once you've got this, just build up twice more. Okay, so let's start with the roof for this back bit, because this is like the most simple part. Just the less sloped one coming out twice, and then just filling all the gaps with the less steep sloped bit. Okay, and now at the front, you're going to want to go put one of these, and 3 walls. Grab the less sloped bit, throw that there, throw one there, and then the more sloped roof, except in the right place, and then a half wall here, and then do the same for the other side. Okay, and now this bit is kind of tricky if you can't fly, because you need to build these out, except if you build this one and you wait too long, it will break. So you have to do these 2 quite quick so that it meshes in with the stone and gives it the support. And then you want to do that on both sides. And then do the 26-degree ridge roof all the way across to here, and same on the other side. And then down the middle is the 45-degree roof, and then just leave a gap in the roof like in line with the hole so that we can put a chimney in. And then on the outsides, just do this all the way around, and same on the other side. Okay, so you should end up with something that looks like this. And then back here, you basically want to mirror the front, so do the same thing, except this time you're just going all the way across with the walls. You should end up with this. Make sure you get your X's in, they're the most important part, and make sure you put them in the front as well. Okay, and now with the chimney, you want to grab a cordwood log and snap it. Is that right? Yeah, snap it like that. So you don't want to snap it off the pillar, you want to snap it off the roof, but it doesn't really know which one it wants to do. And then, yeah, do 2 high all the way around, so you've got something that looks like this, and then throw a 1 meter pole on all the corners, and then grab the diagonal 26-degree corner roof and have all of them facing towards the middle, and then you should have this. And then come inside and throw 4 of these down all the way around, and it should look like that. So final touches to the inside before we start decorating it. You want to just throw the walls up like so. Throw a 1 meter pole in each of these corners, and then the wooden beam all the way around, and then throw a log beam underneath. Should look like that. And then for this bit, throw a 1 meter beam here, and then the 2 meter beams across like so. And that is all of the building done. So now we can start decorating the inside. Okay, so the way I'm going to decorate it is start with like the essential stuff, like the forge. The forge is about, that's what I was about to say. The forge, the blast furnace, the workbench, the other forge, like your bed, your chest, stuff like that. And then afterwards, I'll do like the decorative pieces, the comfort stuff, like the lighting, the rugs, stuff like that. Because that stuff kind of just depends on how much you want to spend on the base, if you like. Because realistically, you could just have rugs everywhere, but obviously it gets a bit expensive. Okay, so first up, we'll throw in the blast furnace and the forge. So you just want to throw these in like that, with them facing the same way here. And then the forge, you want diagonal in the corner, like so. Okay, and then start with the forge. So throw that down, throw that next to it, throw the grinding stone there, the anvil here, tool rack here, anvil here. Try and get this as close to it as possible on that side. Oh, we've already done the anvil. Never mind. The bucket. And then the small anvils is kind of tricky. You want to grab a 1 meter beam and throw that in there. And then, because you can't fly, build one of these. And then grab that. Just throw that up there. And that is the forge fully upgraded. Next we'll do the workbench. So workbench down, chopping block next to it, tanning rack, this thing I'm not going to try and pronounce, and then the tool shelf on the wall. Nice and simple. Next I threw 2 fermenters here. If you only want 1, feel free. You can probably fit 3 in as well, as if you really want to. And then we also had the spinning wheel over here, the artisan table here, and the stone cutter went here. And then I had 2 portals like so. And then I'm not really sure if this bit should come under like the comfort bit or not, but I had a table and chairs here with 3 chests on. The sort of idea was for like either food or for the forge. And then I also had a table over here with a chair with 3 chests on. And they were for the blast furnace. I almost forgot, I need to throw your arm railing on. Stay safe, everybody. Okay, so next are the chests. I will only do this once, as it is pretty much an exact mirror on the other side. But just, I had them like this, and then grab the small wooden floor and throw that across the top. And then just line your chests up on top of that. And then freehand place one of these in the middle. And then I threw signs up here, although you can sort of throw them wherever you want really. And then do the same thing on this side. And then next, over here, I did this to act as a sort of headboard. And then threw the bed down like so. And then 2 portals up here, and that's it for the sort of important stuff. So now I'm going to go around and do the comfort. Well, we'll start with the fridge, and then I'll do like the comfort and lighting and stuff. Okay, so to do the like mini fridge or whatever you want to call it, you want to do that and then throw up 2 of these. Now, this is pure freehand, so just do it until you're happy with how accurate it is, and just come out 2 beams. And then once you've got that, throw down 1 beam there and put a 1x1 beam in the middle, and then build off that so that that is centered, and then you can destroy that. And then 1 across the top, and then grab your vertical item stand, and then depending on how many you want and what direction you want them facing and whatnot, sort of just throw them in however you feel like it. And then just grab your frost resists and whatnot and throw them in. Shit, did not mean to do that. In my opinion, the poison one is the best looking one, just because it's sort of the brightest, and this one doesn't really shine much, but the blue kind of looks cool, especially accompanied with the green. But yeah, there you go. I forgot to do the charcoal kiln and the windmill, so yeah, just throw these out here, sort of any direction you fancy really, like so. And then the windmill you kind of want a bit further out, because the tail, if you like, sort of likes to clip into the house a little bit. I also forgot to say to throw these in. So yeah, throw as many camps, cooking stations as you want, and your cauldron. Right, now for real, we're going to do the comfort stuff. So I just threw a banner down there, a banner on here, and that was kind of it for downstairs, to be completely honest, with the tables that we've already put. Also a bed here. This is like the weirdest thing that's sort of in this build. Like obviously this is purely for comfort. Well, I mean, you can use this bed instead of the other one if you really want, but they both sort of cover the whole base and are +2 for the comfort, so they're quite important. And then I threw one of each rug at the entrance just to sort of counteract, because the entrance is like the one sort of weak spot of the base, if you like, so that sort of limits that a little bit. As for lighting, I did 2 at here, and then I sort of did the rest based around the... I can't remember if this is too close to the ceiling and it gets put out. Yeah, it does. And then the sconces basically just follow the windows. So just make sure you leave enough room between the ceiling and the sconce, because otherwise it gets put out, as you just saw. But yeah, that's it for downstairs. So moving on to upstairs. Same sort of thing with the sconces, just following the windows. But then over here I did them like this. And then back here I did a table and chairs in both corners. Once again, this is kind of overkill, but symmetry. And then I had a raven throne in each corner. This is probably overkill. I've not tested it, to be honest, to see if you can get away with just doing 2 or 3 or whatever, but yeah, I'm sure you can find a more efficient way if you don't want to spend that much iron nails. And then banners, I had one here, one here, one sort of up there somewhere, up there somewhere, and then 2 back here. And then the rugs were something like this. And then you kind of want to do the opposite on this side to make sure that it covers as much of the house. And there you go. That is the full base and how to build it. And yeah, it's pretty incredible for comfort. You get 16 throughout literally almost all of the house. I think this is like the only spot that's in the house where you can get anything less. But yeah, there you go. Forgot to mention I also put 2 sconces on the front. And there you go. That is how to build this beautiful and incredibly efficient base. If you like Valheim content, check out this video that is on the screen now. I did a full Valheim Let's Play and then trimmed it down into a 17-minute video, so it's very entertaining in my personal opinion. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.